Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Your host here, Matt Zahab. We are buzzing as always. Still coming in hot from Toronto. It is hella cold here, guys. It is snowy, and we are about to go into the coldest weekend ever in the northeast part of North America. Pretty wild times ahead, but it's a great time to dial in front of your computer and hopefully win and snag a couple trades as crypto has been down big. Time for some price action. As you guys can see on the board ahead of me, Bitcoin down 7% to 89.2K per BTC. ETH, almost the biggest loser of the week, down 11% to 2,900 per ETH. BNB down 5%, XRP down 8%, Solana down 10.5% at 128 per SOL. Dogecoin down 11%. Monero, biggest loser of the week, down 27% to 510 per XMR. And the only gainer of the whole week is Bitcoin Cash at 596 per BCH. I still don't know anyone who uses Bitcoin Cash, but c'est la vie. It's the 11th largest crypto by market cap on this beautiful board in front of me. Okay, moving forward, let's jump into it. Biggest piece of news this week, guys. The New York Stock Exchange has proposed a digital platform that is designed to allow continuous 24/7 trading with near instant settlement, orders denominated in dollar amounts, and stablecoin based funding. This is absolutely wild. Obviously, this is subject to regulatory clearance, but this will be part of the New York Stock Exchange venue supporting both tokenized shares that are fungible with traditionally issued securities and tokens natively issued as digital securities. Token shareholders would retain the same economic and governance rights as conventional shareholders, including dividends and voting rights. This is absolutely wild. And we got to keep going on this point. Chainlink has expanded its data streams with the launch of the novel 24/5 U.S. equity streams, providing market data for U.S. equities and ETFs across trading sessions 24 hours a day, 5 days per week. Per the announcement, data streams, which is what they call this, is available on more than 40 blockchains. This is absolutely wild, and there are rumors, again, not confirmed, this is a rumor, I'll say it one more time, this is a rumor, that the New York Stock Exchange will be using Chainlink's data streams infrastructure. We'll see if this is true. The U.S. Senate Banking Committee has again postponed the work on the long-awaited landmark crypto market structure bill that could create a regulatory framework for digital assets. Unnamed sources told Bloomberg that the crypto market structure legislation may be delayed by several weeks, and this is this is most likely going to happen in late February or March. They said that instead of focusing on the digital asset bill, the committee will pivot to housing legislation following President Donald Trump's recent push for housing affordability. Unfortunate news this week, a crypto holder lost over $282 million in both Bitcoin and Litecoin on January 10th in what the all-time GOAT, Zach XBT, has described as a hardware wallet social engineering scam, making the largest individual crypto theft of 2026 so far. It has actually surpassed the previous notable social engineering hack record of $243 million set a couple years ago in August of 2024. The latest attacker immediately began converting the stolen assets into Monero through multiple instant exchanges, causing XMR's price to spike sharply. Bitcoin was also bridged to Ethereum, Ripple, and Litecoin via Thorchain. More news will come on this, but always, guys, please stay safe and make sure your OPSEC is up to date. Coinbase in the news this week, CEO Brian Armstrong denied reports of a White House rift and said support for the Clarity Act remains intact. However, Coinbase did pull their backing for the bill over concerns that it could harm DeFi, tokenized stocks, and stablecoin yield. The lawmakers delayed the bill's markup as industry divisions deepen over its impact on innovation and consumers. Guys, this was one of the most wild pieces of news this week. This went mega viral in the earlier parts of the week over the weekend. Trove, which is quite a cool company offering, we talked about them last week, who offers tokenized products such as tokenized Birkin bags, tokenized Charizard cards, tokenized Pokemon cards, you name it, tokenized collectibles. They are making markets for that. They pivoted to Solana after an $11.5 million raise. They left Hyperliquid. They withdrew from the Hype community, and they withdrawed their Hype liquidity commitment, forced the move away from Hyperliquid. Flag token transfers have intensified scrutiny around the project's handling of funds. Now let's fast forward a couple days later, after they abandoned Hyperliquid and pivoted to Solana, retaining 9.4 million of the ICO funds. Trove went live, it ICO'd, and it plunged 95% in minutes. Yes, that is 95%. That is absolutely wild. They launched with a market cap of about 20 million, and within 10 minutes of going live, the market cap went under $2 million. Pretty wild stuff there. Speaking of wild stuff, Portugal recently banned Polymarket after suspicious betting patterns saw over 4 million euros wagered during the presidential election as odds shifted dramatically 2 hours before official results, raising insider concerns over leaked exit polls. This was definitely an inside job, as many of them are on Polymarket and Kalshi, and Portugal said, no bueno, we are going to end that. Speaking of the world, CZ, founder of Binance, has stated that several governments are currently engaged in deliberations on tokenizing their assets on blockchain networks. He said at a panel at the WEF, also known as the World Economic Forum in Davos, he said that he himself and the Binance team are negotiating with over a dozen governments to tokenize their state-owned assets, as this is the next big step in crypto adoption after exchanges and stablecoins. Solana Mobile, haven't talked with them in quite some time. They just launched a 90-day SKR airdrop for Seeker phone users and early dApp developers. SKR, which is the Solana airdrop, the Solana Mobile token, underpins governance and incentives with 30% of its 10 billion supply allocated at launch. The airdrop coincides with Seeker's Season 2 expansion across DeFi, gaming, and payments. Here's a name we haven't spoke about in probably almost a year and a half on the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Caroline Ellison, who used to be the co-CEO of Alameda Research and one of the two main figures in the FTX downfall, is going to be released this week, nearly 1 year before her 2-year prison sentence was awarded by a federal court. This follows her cooperation in the FTX case that exposed an $8 billion customer fund shortfall and aided Sam Bankman-Fried's conviction. She's 31 years old, will be released, I guess that would have been yesterday as we record on Thursday. And she's released into a residential reentry management program in New York, the final step of her release from a federal prison. Last piece of news this week, guys, and I absolutely love this. I've actually never been to a Steak and Shake, as I am Canadian, and this is only American. However, Steak and Shake will begin paying all hourly employees at company-operated restaurants a Bitcoin bonus of 21 cents in Bitcoin for every hour worked starting on March 1st. With funds accessible after a 2-year vesting period, the 91-year-old burger chain announced the program through a partnership with Bitcoin rewards app Fold, marking another step in its year-long transformation into what CEO Will Reeves called a real Bitcoin company, putting sound money into the hands of American workers. I absolutely love that. Guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, please do subscribe. That would mean the world to my team and I. Speaking of the team, thank you so much for everything. And to the listeners, you guys are the best. Keep on grinding. It's tough in the winter. Do your thing. And let's keep on staying happy, healthy, and wealthy. Love you guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.